college football. I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football. National championship at stake. Returner trying to create good field position. The Tigers offense making their way on the field today. And each offense features a star tight end. What an elite matchup of guys who can really hurt defenses in a variety of ways.
When was the last time we did a game where we were excited to watch two tight ends from opposing teams go against each other? But that's what we have today. Both of these guys are elite at their position. Both want to have bragging rights that they're the best in the country. Let's see who can be showcased better today.
Grab behind the line. It's Durham. He's stopping, but he gets out across the 25-yard line. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there. Off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 2. Looking to chuck it again. Grab down the middle. It's Anderson. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. The short completion of the tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. What will the call be on third and long now from the 44? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pass rush gets home.
There are a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
And the punt team now on to kick it away. He's on to boot it away now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So Georgia's offense out there for their first possession. They will go up against a secondary, Kirk, that talks about the no-fly zone. These guys are confident in their ability to just lock down wide receivers and take away the opponent's passing game.
Seems like every year in college football, there's secondaries around the country that want to brag that they have the best group of defensive backs. I think this defense and this secondary specifically has a very strong case with what they have to work with. The question I have is, how will the offense consistently move the ball against this group today?
Short throw to the sideline, forced out after just a short gain. Now the offense faces third and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? Motion now from the tight end. To throw, it's Stockton. Caught near the sticks. It's Bell. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And he'll set up to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Frazier. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. A completion makes it second down. Looking for a receiver. Running out of time in the pocket. Swarmed with a pass rush. A sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Finds his man. It's Branch. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. And the Bulldogs will line up to kick it away. That's just the first punt for this offense tonight. And the kick bounces and goes out of bounds down near the goal line. Outstanding work by the punter. So the drive begins with the offense backed up at the 2-yard line. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. They bring him down after a short gain there.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for you.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him, and they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play? Dropping back. It's Nussmeier. Nice grab. It's Brown. Tackle made out of the 24-yard line. Nice play. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. They keep him off bounds with a run.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Hill.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Running back grabs it on the screen. They'll make the tackle, but it's enough for a 1st down. Good call on that screen play. So the whole place right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. The pocket breaking down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Boy, great job here by this defensive lineman from Georgia using his hands and his speed to close in on the quarterback and come up with this sack. And they've had some great ones over the years, Chris, as you know, starting with our guy, David Pollack, who had as good a career in his time in Athens as anybody who's ever put on that uniform. Richard Seymour, a brilliant career with the Patriots, but it all started in Athens. Jalen Carter, just an enforcer up front. And I even throw in Geno Atkins, who had a great career in the interior of that Georgia defense.
Breaks into the clear. Now here he goes. Touchdown, LSU. They strike first in this national title bout. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this is national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner looking to create better field position. Will be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Back to pass. It's Stockton. He's hit as he throws it. And this time it's complete. They bring it down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. Quick throw, the catch is made. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time. Dogs will have to kick this away. We're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch made at the 15-yard line. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. He stopped him at the 45, but that's good for a 1st down.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Oh, just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who right now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL, all from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10 from the 45. Grab down the middle. It's Anderson. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. That play will move the sticks. Set him up 1st down at the 42. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. Looking downfield. It's Nussmeier. Looking to set up a screen pass here. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. Now it's 2nd down here. The shotgun handoff here. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Pressure is coming. And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
The punt team making their way on the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the fair catch, signaled for and taken. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Bell. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. He hands it off from the gun. He fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. That gain sets up a 3rd down play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. What a catch! Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking for some space. It's Frazier. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this 1st quarter run out. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship through 1 quarter. Let's check out the game summary. They flipped into the field. We're set for the 2nd quarter, and the national championship trophy is in the building. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's Stockton. caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. The Bulldogs will bring their punt team onto the field. The punt will bounce and head out of bounds. That's right near the goal line. Perfect execution. So the drive begins with the offense backed up at the 2-yard line. Caught behind the line. It's Anderson. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's the second down play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And that pass falls incomplete. Backed up on third down. Let's see what the call is here. They'd love to get some room for the punter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On this winds up a safety.
Wait a second. You're backed up inside your own 5-yard line, and you go with an empty set? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It backfires here. I think that's a questionable play call, and it costs you 2 points.
Kickoff team out there to boot it away after giving up. Here comes the opening play of the drive. It begins from the 33. That's caught. It's Thomas. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. Your quarterback keeps it on the option. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain. Getting set. Here's second down. And the back gets the football. He shreds the tackle. Tough running to avoid a loss, and just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back. It's Stockton. He's running out of time here. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there, and now it's a fourth down call. The Dogs will line up to punt it away. Oh, and it lands at the 4 and bounces in for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. First down, looking to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Sharp. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain in that completion. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. Moves his way for a first down to the 35. Grab behind the line. It's Hill. He's in the clear. He has first down yardage at the 46. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Running back has it on a screen now. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4. Back to throw again. Defense is coming after him. Just flings it out of bounds with pass rush closing in. After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a third and 4. Out of the gun now on third down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. And he lets it land, and it'll just bounce out of bounds. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Caught in the backfield. It's Bell. And the defense swims. Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set. It's second down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Fights through a tackle. Oh, got to showcase his spin move, but dropped quickly after just a short gain. The punter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on third down? And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Caught on the shovel pass. And that pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Lets it go quickly. And the pass knocked down by the defense. Incomplete. Dogs will line up to boot it away. And he'll come out for his 5th punt of the night. Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. First down, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Anderson. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Handoff on a single back formation. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a 1st down.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield, Leonard Fournette, and of course Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now LSU stable of backs again on this roster too.
High completion makes it 2nd and medium. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. The pass rush closing in. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, it's another big sack for this defense. They've come up with so many sacks. It's a great way to get back into this football game. Now, give the quarterback credit. He's played tough through that so far, but one mistake could potentially be a game-changing play.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw. It's Nussmeier. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Go get him, but he put the spin cycle on that defender. Wow.
How many 1st downs is that on this drive? This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Over the middle. It's Sharp. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Bringing pressure. And it's caught outside the 10 and still going. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
After the big gainer, suddenly a great chance to score. 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution. The championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
BAT is good, makes the score 14-2. Kickoff team out there, they are 5. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. the shotgun. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? To the air, it's Stockton. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. And he'll drop back here on third down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the second sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
And the Bulldogs will send their punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. And the returner is brought down. First play of the drive now. They'll start on the 32. Gonna run it. It's Durham. That one moves the ball across the 40.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's in the clear. The 30, inside the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense comes up huge in this championship game. Listen to the crowd. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And now the try here for the extra point. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Scanning the field. It's Nussmeier. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Brought down, but broke the tackle to produce a solid gain there. Second down after that previous play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. Second down play coming up. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Third down play for this offense. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, the pass rush gets home. Timeout is called to duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Punt team ready to boot it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Looking to throw now on first down. With the catch, it's Branch.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to. Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Running out of time in the pocket. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The Dogs will line up to punt it away. Oh, it lands just short of the goal line, but bounces in for a touchback. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. That's caught. It's Anderson. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. First and 10 play coming up. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Second down play coming up for this offense. Off the play fake. Looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's Anderson. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. LSU getting set for the first and 10 now. A quick throw out left, complete. They get into the ground. It's first down now at the 28.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. One more play before they head to the locker room. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. So on second down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. The field goal is good. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line. The eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only 1/2 away from crowning a national champion.
Return starts from inside the 5. Returner is brought down. Looks to start on the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. And the wideout goes in motion. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
It's a quarterback keeper. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Now it's second down here. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Dropping back. It's Stockton. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense, and it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
The Bulldogs will have to punt this one away. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Here comes the opening play of the drive. It begins from the 33. Here's the option play. The back's got it on the pitch. Breaks into the clear. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Hill.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. They'll run it here. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They stop him, but it's a 1st down. They're going to run it. Breaks into the clear. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5. 6th play of the drive coming up. And now the running back's got it again. And here he goes. That's a nice play. It'll set him up 1st down now at the 12. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Scanning the field. It's Nussmeier. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Tackled at the 8 after the completion. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Short connection to the tight end here. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking for a man deep on the right side. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands. And Dogs will send the punt team onto the field. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Caught over the middle. It's Sharp. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Dropping back. It's Nussmeier.
That's a good...
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Boy, what an incredible push by this defensive line. And if you're going to survive in the SEC, the teams that really separate themselves are the teams that have great defensive linemen, especially in the interior. And Georgia has had an incredible legacy over the years, and it's nice to see that this player right here is trying to live up to that.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. The pocket breaking down. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the 1st down. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. On the kick now for the 5th time tonight. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. First down and more. He's still running. They get him to the ground, but an explosive running play there.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Here's the second down play. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. Look out. Room to run here. Nowhere to run. A corralling for no gain. Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Drop him back. They're going to throw for the first down. A deep shot to the right. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain. Dogs will line up to punt it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick. Defense.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Getting set. Here's second down. Play action fake, looking to throw. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Defense picks it up on the run. Touchdown, LSU. A defensive score in the title game, and this place is coming unhinged. That is any defender's dream. Comes up with a fumble, takes it back to the house.
I can't believe the speed that this guy has to be able to score. I thought maybe he picked it up, maybe go a few yards, but instead he took it all the way to the end zone.
And now here comes the point after attempt. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the return from inside the 5. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And their first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looking downfield. It's Stockton. Pulls it in. It's Bell. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. That completion sets up a second down play. The shotgun run call. Nowhere to run up the middle. Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Out of the gun now on third down. Quick completion to the tight end. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and inches. They'll kick it away here. Coverage team brings down the returner. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made on the out route. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Third down upcoming after that completion. Out of the gun now on third down. And he drops it. Can you believe it? Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And here's the return. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. On first down, it's play action. And he's going to heave it deep right down the middle. He makes the grab at the 30 and still going. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle. The incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 from the 24. To the air. It's Stockton. Pressure is coming. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Looking downfield near the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Pass interference. Defense.
The nice interception negated by the pass interference call on the defense. That stings. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. He'll hand it off. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Dogs. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
LSU 31, Georgia 15.
Bringing it out, it's Thomas. Tackle at the 13, not great field position to start the drive. There's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Anderson. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone. But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. The back's got it. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Caught quickly. Looks like LSU has the first down. Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. He's in the clear. And they're finally able to bring him down. A big gain to wrap up the 3rd quarter. It's LSU on top as we take a break for the quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They open the 4th by going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Anderson.
Well, when you sit back and play zone defense like this, what you allow is your defense to have eyes on the football. Here, they give up the catch, but you can see how they rally to the football. There's just nowhere to go for this slot receiver.
It's second down after that completion. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Grab behind the line. It's Durham. He'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Play number 8 in this championship game drive, and they face third down and short. And the quarterback keeps it here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They finally make the tackle, but it's going to be 1st and goal from the 6. 1st down and goal here. A touchdown just about puts this game on ice. It's an option look. Pitches to the back. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, not a whole lot of options there for the quarterback. Ends up trying to pitch it out, gets some yards, but not enough for the 1st down.
All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Touchdown, LSU. They are pouring it on now.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Inside the red zone and still running. Finally brought down to the 13-yard line. An enormous game puts him in great scoring position.
Now the quarterback found a matchup that he loved, gets a big gain with a nice throw, and now they're down in the red zone looking for some points.
So here we go, off the huge gain they set up now suddenly in the red zone for 1st and 10. Now in the red zone, it's Stockton. Makes a quick catch. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Grab down the middle. It's Bell. Tackle at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Looking to the end zone. Pass caught. Can he get in? Tackle made at the 1-yard line, but it'll be 1st and goal. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Defense expecting run all the way. They stop him short of the goal line. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. That's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And that pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. They break the huddle on 3rd and goal. Field goal doesn't do much good here. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. Field goal here doesn't help the cause. They're going to go for the touchdown here on 4th down. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Chris, this is a great play by the receiver coming up with this touchdown. But let's go back to the beginning of this play. Give the quarterback a lot of credit. He got the ball out of his hands quickly to get that receiver the football to give him a chance to put the touchdown on the board.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he makes the catch for 2 points, but there's a penalty marker down. We'll have to check that out.
Hold.
Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? Back to pass. It's Stockton. And the quarterback finds an open target on the crossing route. And now the defense able to bring him down.
That keeps the score. LSU 38, Georgia.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Offense operating from the pistol. Trying to find room. It's Durham. Breaks into open space. Man heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Handoff from the shotgun. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And the game just good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. And now the handoff. They test the middle and get stuck. That is just not open for business today. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And he drops back in the gun. On the run here. Lets it go. Goes to the sideline. Steps out after a short gain. That completion sets up a third down play. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. That's reeled in. It's Anderson. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. And here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And that sets up a return. And they've got the returner corralled. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. To throw, it's Stockton. Pulls it in. It's Frazier.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. And they pick up the first on the ground. He shreds the tackle. Brought to the turf, but made the first man miss on the way to the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Great cut, they whiff on him. And the sophomore brought down after an excellent run. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Play action here on first down. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down. Incompletion in first down makes it 2nd and 10 in the 47. They look to throw it here on second down. With the catch, it's Thomas. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down. The Dogs will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I think this receiver is so much fun to watch because I think he's as good as anybody in college football this year. Great job of the quarterback recognizing an opportunity. He gets him the football and is rewarded with a touchdown.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. Now they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Forced to punt last time. Trying to add points, build the lead right here. Quick throw caught on the left side. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Second down after that previous play. Chewing clock with the running game. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Caught over the middle. It's Sharp. Clutch conversion on third there. Sets him up first down from the 31. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Trying to find some room. It's Barry. He's past the marker and still going. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. LSU now operating in the red zone. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Looking to pass this time. Throw to the sideline, steps out after a short gain. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Looking for the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. A crushing mistake.
They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return. Man, I hate to sit up here and second-guess the play caller, but why would you be throwing the football with the lead and we're under 3 minutes to go in the national championship? Now you give your opponent a real shot to get right back into the game. Yikes.
First play of the drive now coming up from the 29. Looking to throw it on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Branch.
At this point in the game, Chris, these guys have got to get the ball thrown downfield. You're down by a couple possessions. The clock is becoming your enemy. You need vertical shots downfield. These short gains are not going to help you.
They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41. New set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. They bring him down after a short gain there. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Looking to throw yet again. Grab down the middle. It's Bell. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. First down. Looking to throw the football. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. First down from the 30. The Bulldogs come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's running out of time here. Ball is loose. They scramble for it. The offense able to retain possession. Very lucky to still have a chance to win this.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Deep shot toward the end zone. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. But now it's 3rd down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it in the open. They bring it down at the 11, but it'll be first down from there.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity here, put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them the 4th down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. What a grab in the end zone in a clutch moment.
Well, that's That's the first step, Chris. They get the touchdown to bring them within one score, and now they got to get the ball back. They have to stay focused here. They're going to need a little luck with such little time remaining.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT up and good. We get a little bit closer. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with his onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.
And that'll do it. We have a national champion.